Your 20s are a really exciting part of your life. You might have a bit more money in the old pocket and certainly a lot more freedom. Most people in their 20s think they're invincible, but actually the truth is, in your 20s, you're more vulnerable than ever. If someone makes a financial mistake at this point in their life, it will send shockwaves through their entire future. Each of these mistakes is very different, so it's really important you watch this video until the end. Otherwise, you could fall victim to one of them. Number 1 is not taking advantage of your free time. In your early 20s, you are incredibly rich in one way. You've got bundles and bundles of time. You can do so many things to turn your spare time into cash. And if all you're doing is wasting your time, then all that potential income is just slipping through your fingers. This is also an ideal time to invest in yourself and build your skills. Number 2, trying to keep up with your friends. Everyone has that one friend that always seems to have the nicer car, the nicer house, and sometimes the hotter partner. Let me tell you a secret. Alright, the majority of people are faking it anyway. As of 2023, the average American household had a credit card debt of over $7,700. This is astonishing, as it means the friends you are actually trying to keep up with are probably more in debt than you are. Having access to so much easy credit allows people to rewrite reality at the end of the day. Friends that need impressing are not true friends. Real friends are the people that love you no matter what. They stick by you through your troubles and are there for you when you need them. They are the people who couldn't care less what you spend your money on. Number 3, over drinking and partying. When you're out drinking, it's easy to get caught up in the moment and spend a lot more money than you usually would. Now this is most people's kryptonite. It's one of the things that keeps many people broke and of course unable to invest. I'm not saying that going out and enjoying yourself is wrong, as you have to do what makes you happy. The key takeaway from this is everything is great, but in moderation. You may think saving in a few dollars here and there won't make a difference, but your dollar is worth so much more when you're younger by investing in it, instead of spending on something you really didn't want anyway. It's going to be worth dramatically more in 20 years' time. Number 4 is putting off retirement investing. When you're in your 20s, retirement seems like a lifetime away. Many people put off investing in their retirement until they're about 45 or 50 years of age because of many excuses. They've got a mortgage to pay, they've got a college fund to save for, and of course there's holidays. These lost years can cost you very, very dear. So let me explain. If you invested $100 a month for 30 years at 7% annual return, you would have a $116,945 set aside in your retirement fund. And this can continue to grow until the point you decide to retire. But if you put off investing in your retirement, let's say 10 years, and you start investing in the same amount for a 20-year period, you're only going to have $50,000 in your retirement fund. Yes, it can grow, but you're starting from such a low base. Just $50,000 is a huge amount of money just to lose. And the reality is $50,000 would have only cost you $12,000. So lots of free money. Even Einstein said compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. Number 5 is not having a backup fund. Now over 60% of millennials wouldn't be able to cover $1,000 emergency. 60% wouldn't have enough money for a minor emergency. It's super important, and I learned it the hard way. Number 6 is moving out of home too soon. By slightly abusing your parents' generosity, this is going to be the smartest move that you're ever going to make. It's also the best value accommodation you are ever going to get. And don't take it for granted. Everyone focuses on the mortgage payments. They are big, of course. But you've got to look at all the other living expenses now. At 20, just my food bills was huge. Rent, maintenance, car bills, travel expenses, and the list goes on and on. So do the math and stay at home for as long as you can and invest your money. But number 7 is going into debt to buy a car. When you're earning, it is so tempting to upgrade your car and impress all your friends or your family with your success. We're constantly being bombarded with YouTube videos about 19-year-olds buying Teslas, Aldis, and Lamborghinis. Trust me, this isn't smart nowadays. When you go and buy a new car, they don't ask you what car you're interested in. They ask you how much you can afford to spend per month. They're not interested in a car you want. They're selling finance. They want to sell you as much finance as possible over as long a period as possible. to make them the most amount of money as possible. Most cars have a very sharp depreciation curve, meaning they lose their value extremely quickly. And before you know, your car is worth half what you paid for, even if you bought it in full. Be honest with yourself. Stand back and take a look at the car, balance the cost. It will actually cost you with the interest from the finance taken into account. Then take a look at what the car is selling for on the forecourt. A year old. It's shocking just how much you're going to lose. The only thing you can gain by buying a new car is you can go look at me with my new car. Look at me with my huge debt is what you should be saying. The key is to buy a second-hand or a car pre-owned car at the bottom of its depreciation. With a little research, you'll be able to pick up a cool second-hand car and drive it around for a couple of years and probably sell it for the same as what you paid for it, or maybe slightly less effectively, making the car almost free with the only running cost being fuel and a bit of insurance. You're able to get all the upsides of owning a nice car without the huge loss of money. Number 8 is expensive relationships and dating. Relationships in your 20s get very serious. It's very tempting to want to splash the cash. Expensive dates and restaurants to get the person you want to love you. Now it's really lovely to treat someone you love to something special every now and again. But if you start that relationship waving that old money around, it's often going to attract the wrong people. You want someone to like you for who you are, your passions, your interests, and not the size of your wallet. Many people in their 20s want to get married. But again, the truth is you can't afford to get married in your 20s. The big takeout from this is live within your means and invest in your future. If you want to learn more about growing your wealth while you're young, then make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.